Well, the great melt has begun. Let me tell you, it's a boot-sucking good time. But it's happening. There is snow in the forecast, however, for I think it's Sunday and then next week, like Wednesday or Tuesday in the PM. And for the last 3 days, it's been incredibly nice. It's been in the 70s, which is something we don't usually see until mid-May or so, which I'll take it. Love the sun. Soak up the vitamin D. Calves have been doing amazing in this weather. They're up, they're at them, they're bouncing around, they're going through to the electric fence, which is an annoying situation. However, we did do some fencing, and we are not sponsored by them, but I did pick up this fault finder from Gallagher. I actually got it at our local flea farm store. It actually helps quite a bit. So we found where we might have a short. We only have the top strand of electric going around right now because we do get so much snow, but it doesn't pay to have the bottom wire that keeps the calves in hooked up. So that's definitely something that we need to get on so that those little suckers stay where they're supposed to stay. But let's take a walk around and look at some things. This cow behind me, that's Daisy. She's coming in really soon. Her udder's really full. She does have some undesirable teats in the front. She's always kind of had that since we've had her. But Daisy usually calves in the tree line. This year it's too wet for her to be out there. So she's trying to figure out a place where she feels comfortable and secluded. That's kind of Daisy's thing. I'm hoping that she'll feel that same way in the barn. But with the sheep band like they do, it's anyone's guess where she's going to want to pop out this calf. I'll keep you posted for her though. But let's take a walk around and look. How's it going, Mac? Boot sucking good time out here, huh? Yeah, so it's wet. There are a lot of spots where the cows and the pigs can get out of the wet, but it's just a matter of time before everything dries up. Just have to wait. That's the loveliness of spring here in Minnesota. When you get so much snow and everything starts to melt, you've got to just wait. Ooh, stuck. There we go. You get there though. Closer. Been doing some excavating? I see you have. Yeah, some excavating. Big man. So yeah, we've got a little bit of drying up to do. It's not too bad. Hannah's out here in one of the dry spots. What do you think, Miss Hannah? What do you think, Miss Hannah Fontana? Hello, Mama. Hannah Fontana. Is it dry over here? It's fairly dry over here. Hannah Fontana. Hello. Hello. Got some robins out there in the tree line. The big cornfield behind us is sopping, soaking wet. But it will all dry out. So yeah, we've got a lot of standing water. It was a lot worse 2 days ago than it is now. The cows have this area over here, right past this hill. There's a dry spot. And then there's another dry spot over here. They also have their pack, which is all dry. This pack up here by the barn to get out of the wet and the muck. Like I said, it only takes a little bit, but when you're in it, when you're walking through it, when you're trying to do chores and things, it gets to be a bit much. Sorry about the wind in advance if this microphone system still doesn't want to do its job. The girls have found a dry spot, and next year we're actually going to move this three-sided shed and windbreak back to along the fence line so that they can have a little bit more space where it does get dry a little sooner. So we've got some little shavers up here in the three-sided shed underneath their calf area. We've got 140's calf, so Jade's calf, and then the 201 is Dipstick's calf. Those two are doing real good. The 140 calf, she had a little bit of a rough start. Her mom is really hard to work with as far as getting up close to the calf, getting all the things that the calf needs. She did have a slight bit of navel ill, it's called, or a slight navel infection. And we just gave her a little bit of Resflor for that, per body weight. And she perked up real well. She's doing great. Look at her ears, they're all perky. And the dipsticks calves never had a problem. But those little ladies have been up and at 'em in places where they're not supposed to be. Of course, little babies. This is Luna's little heifer. She's found a nice spot on top of a hill to have a sun bath and or a nap. That's a cute little heifer. I really, really like her. We have named her Aurora, so we'll call her Rory for short. I believe that she's probably going to stay. And then this little devil, this is Rocket Dog's bull calf. He's got a mind of his own for sure. For absolutely sure. Lexi is one of the heifers we got from Wisconsin. And then that's Jade. It's laying right next to her. That's 140. That's her mom. And then we have Luna, who's standing up. She's the deep red one with the little heifer calf named Rory. Cora's laying down, and June's laying down, and I believe behind her is Chloe. And then we have Rocket Dog and Beatrice out there. And then we have Libby, and she's going to calve too. She hasn't calved yet. She's also looking for a place not inside where everybody else is. I think you can kind of see her udder. She's got a really nice udder. She's not close yet. She's got a nice developing udder, but she's not there yet. And this is Timber. And this is actually Daisy's heifer calf from 3 years ago. She had a calf last year, but it was not a viable calf when it hit the ground. We're really hoping that she takes into account that she needs to be a good mom and is up and at 'em with it. She's progressing pretty well. Her udder's really developed. I don't perceive that she's going to wait to have a calf too much longer. She's definitely changed her attitude as far as what she normally is. So I really hope that she's going to make a good mom because we really enjoy having her here. And then Grey Duck and her little bull calf is over there. She's trying to tell him not to do bad things. Please respect the fence, little one, she says. Stay where I put you. But Rocket Dog's calf is kind of a bad influence. He's a bit older than Grey Duck's calf is. And so he thinks he knows the ropes already. But everybody looks really good. Like I said, they're enjoying the nice warm sunshine. My master plan, while the girls are at school, is get chores done. And then I'm going to hook up the bottom strand of electric for the winter pen here to keep the calves in. Because, calves. Trouble, trouble, trouble on 4 legs. For this fencing adventure, I really don't need a whole heck of a lot. I just need some replacement insulators like this because a couple of them broke. And then I'm going to just restring the fence. We just unhook it from the parts that it needs to be unhooked from. So basically, I just need to unhook the fence, put up some new insulators on the posts that I need them, and then voila, plug the sucker back in. We're gonna hope that it still reads really well. Like I said, I got that little fault finder fence tester. It's kind of a 2-in-1 little program, which is nice to have something that is dual purpose. I strive for things like that. There's nothing more annoying than not knowing where there's an issue in your fence, but not having very much of a voltage or a pulse to it at all. What we're looking to do when we're doing this is trying to put the insulator at an appropriate level for the calf. So I usually like to try to go like the middle of the forehead or the middle of the bridge of the nose. So that way when they're wanting to go forward, because they'll investigate things with their face. So go forward, that way they touch it and then they want to come back. So I usually go, you're looking at your calf. This one here, I can't get off because it's kind of stuck. So I'm just going to leave it and I'm just going to put an insulator above it and then come back to it. Because like I said, I still have chores to do. This is just kind of a quick get her going type of situation. And then like I said, we already have our fence strung. So we're just going to pop him in there and then on to the next one. I've got one other post that I can see that I need an insulator at. I did bring 4 just to be on the safe side because I usually don't wind up lucky and have enough for my project. I usually have to head back and go get some more. Not this time, thankfully. All right, so I'll get this up and running and then I'll show you what it reads at. So we're not in the same place that I wanted to test the fence because, well, of course, we had issues. One of the pigs had thrown some mud over their netting, so we had to fix that real quick. I was wondering why. It was at 2.4 kilovolts, and that was way lower than what we should be having. We should be having about that 13, 14 range. So I will put the probe in the ground, and I'll show you the difference with or without the probe for accuracy. And then that's with the, don't touch the fence, Georgia, for crying out loud. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. So it's reading 13.7 kilovolts and 13.7, 13.8, 13.9 kilovolts is what I'm getting. And then 2.2 amps. And it shows that the current is going towards my right, which that's how it shows the direction of your current, and that's how you find your fault. P.S. Do not touch your finger to this guy like when you're holding on to him, because when you have a fence this hot, you're going to feel it. So I will take the probe out now and retest. Probe is out of the ground. Retesting. So the probe actually gives you a more accurate ground. So right now we're reading at 12.3 kilovolts and 2.9 amps. So there's about 1,000 or so kilovolt difference with the ground in, the ground lead in, and with the ground lead out. Checking fences, I just really want to know where my issue is and where my pulse is going, which direction my pulse is going, so that I can more effectively produce a decent voltage in my fence. The amperage is the dangerous one. That one is the one that, if it gets too high, it can really hurt you. The kilovolts is the one that is pretty much what your electric fence should be putting out. So, basically, today was fixing fence or putting up a lower wire for the calves, because they are goofy little devils who want to get out and roam around and explore their world. However, their world is just the winter pen for right now until the pasture grows up a little bit. We did plant a winter rye in it. It's starting to come up, and so they need to stay in this pen until it's ready to be eaten. So yeah, boot sucking good time out here. Melting, and things are progressing. Cows are progressing. Pigs are going to farrow soon. They're due May 16th through the 22nd, mostly on the 16th. One is due the 22nd. We'll see how that goes. Hannah's out here enjoying the sun, chewing her cud. I'm out here enjoying the sun, waiting for the girls to get home from school. It's going to be a fun day. It's going to be another 70-degree day, and so soak up some of the vitamin D, and then this weekend it's supposed to be rain and possible snow. Welcome back to the winter. All right. Thanks so much for hanging out. I hope you stayed for the whole video. I really do appreciate that, and we'll check you later. Are you cooking a baby? I don't want to talk about it. You're cooking a baby.
Hey, I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain, but hitting bottom is the only way to change.